Hello everyone. I'm just going to do a little show and tell, and I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do with these Rolodex cards. I usually do starter kits, what I call starter kits to give out as racks. And usually when I have supplies, what I do is I send a supply and then I give them an example of how they can use the supply. So, it'll be something like this one's Guest Chicks, and then I'll send them an example of how I use it or how it can be done. That way they have an idea of, what they can make with them. So usually I'll do that, send them out in Happy Mail. And here is my little squares that I'm going to send out. And then here's an example. This could be a pocket. I had shown this on a different video already. So that would be this one. Then also like here on this one, it's these little tags. So this is the example of how they can be used. So then I provide them the little tiny tags. So basically I send the things that are needed to make an example. So that's these little tags here. And I just try and pack them nice and neat for them, like this. These are coin envelopes, and these are the envelopes. And this is how I decorate them. And just doing some music paper, napkin decoupage, some scraps of lace, and a little cutout butterfly. So I send out the envelopes. I send out the music sheet. I send out lace, and I'll send out napkins. That way they have all the materials to be able to make what I send. But like they said, there's no rules. It's all up to using your own creativity. This is using Ultra paper clips, and it's the little tickets. So I make an example of how it can be done. The little ticket here, paper clip, a little charm at the end, scraps of lace and flower. And in here is the little tickets. So I send all kinds of cutouts of tickets so they can try and make these Ultra paper clips. So I have that here, that one's there. And they're facing opposite directions. So depending where you want to put it on the book. And I also send them some little charms, knick and knacks that they can also use as the examples here. I'll send out the little ball pin. Oops, one of them is falling out here. They don't have to use it like this, but it's just me providing hands-on example of what to use it with. Here's some of my crocheted flowers that I've made, so they can use for embellishments. And also the butterfly cutouts punched out. And one time I went to a flea market and I found a whole box full of these little tiny Mod Podge, which is what I use to decoupage the napkin. I ran out of these, but I wish I had, more. Because usually I would send that out as well on my little rack. Just a lot of little odds and ends. Then I was going through my supplies because I'm actually preparing this for someone in one of the groups that I'm in, the little starter kits. And I was going through my supplies and I found this packet of these Rolodex cards. I've never used them. So I'm like, I have quite a couple of packets of them. So I'm like, okay, what can I make with them? So I'm already here preparing to pack it, but I don't have an example as far as what to do with them. So I started thinking, and I finally got an idea. Back a couple of videos, I had made a video of how you can use business cards. Apparently, I believe that's what these are for, because they have some slits on them. They have these slits here, and I'm pretty sure, I'm not familiar with this. If I'm wrong, someone please correct me, but I have a feeling these are for business cards. I could be wrong. I'm just guessing that's what it's for. And I guess they have them in their little Rolodex thing. So I'm thinking, okay, well, let me use the business cards that I was using on another video, and I can use those to make an example of what could be done. So I decided to go ahead, distress, and here I did a little napkin decoupage. Here I decorated the business card, and what these business cards are used for is for writing prompts. So if someone is, writing in their journal and, they don't have an idea what to write, this would prompt them. And this one says, what are your end of life wishes? I actually took this one from one of my prayer books, just to use it as an example. And so I said, okay, that will go in there, and it's nicely decorated. It can go inside a tuck in the journal. And here I did a stamping of lines so they can use that as well to write on. So that was my idea to how to use these Rolodex cards. This one says some of the things that make me happy are, and you can take it out. This one is just decoupage as well with music paper, cut it out of a butterfly, and either or, they can put it either or. Thinking maybe they can be used as pockets, tucks, anything the person can think of how to use them. I also made this little envelope that they can stick it inside. It's ephemera, so they can use it to, put some ephemera just to add some more interest. Stamp on the back. And, it doesn't have to be just, business cards, but, that was just one idea. You can put ephemera. This one, I stuck it inside this little envelope. Then they can stick it in a tuck spot in the journal. This one is using the Tsunami Rose tickets at Mid-One that they can also put on there. Just a way to use it, add more interest to the journals. Nobody knows that and so this one's a business card, writing the stamp of the writing lines. And then this one could be used as a pocket on the page. If any ideas, if this is your journal, it could be used as a pocket, a tuck spot, or just basically, as an insert. So basically it's up to the people, however they want to create it. But I just thought that was a good way to use these cards. And like I said, I have a couple packages because I go to the secondhand stores and buy these packages full of crafting supplies, and so never used them. So hopefully you guys can get some ideas on this way to use them. If you have other ideas, let me know, because I'm not too familiar with people using these. I'm sure people have used them already. We always think that we come up with ideas, but, things have sometimes already been discovered and done. So, let me know how you would use these Rolodex cards. And if I'm wrong as well, if they're not for business cards, correct me on that as well. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching.